Hello, doctor. So today I came up with another story to share with you. So there was a famous, renowned neurosurgeon. He is quite famous and he has a great number of followers even in the digital media, and he's quite famous basically. And he is very sought after neurosurgeon in that particular city where he lived, and he had almost 10 to 12 years of experience. But there is one thing that people don't like about him is his anger. If he gets angry, his hospital staff, everyone are like terrified. So one day what happens, he completes his OP and he gets into his OT room about to perform some procedure. By the time he had entered, so he discovered that his OT staff people are not yet ready. They did not prepare the patient. By the time usually he goes into the OT room, his first-hand nursing staff and the OT technicians or whoever they are, they'll completely prepare the patient and keep it ready. Only then they call him. But there are some times when it often happens, right? The surgeon is ready to operate, but still the other preparation is not done. So he got really pissed off. He got so pissed off that he started, lashing at out everyone in the operation theater room, all his staff and all. So even all were in that, tensed situation. They are scared, and now that they know that once he gets into the surgery, definitely all of them will get bashed out if some mistake happens. And now the sister who is assisting him, she's already in a tense state, that scared state, because the doctor is already in the not good mode. This often happens, right? So what happens, she handovers particular instrument in an opposite manner. Just instead of handovering the instrument in particular way that surgeon wishes to get, she gives it in a wrong manner or something like that. So the doctor again gets into fumes, started lashing. How many years I've been training you? You have not learned anything. I know I'm not able to deal with people like you. So he started again shouting, yelling, everyone, the anesthetist, everyone like is shocked and everyone like freezing. So the doctor is performing the surgery in the same state of mind. He is not himself. Okay, he is in that fire mode basically, and his stress level is in peaks. He wanted everything to go smoothly. He wanted utmost perfection, which usually is not happening. That is why he is in that state. So he went on to perform the procedure. Unfortunately, some small complication has happened. It never happened in his life that one particular complication took place. He completed the surgery. He did not recognize the complication. The post-operatively, so-and-so complication was identified. Then, obviously, the patient was not that satisfied, and the bystanders also were not satisfied. So they came with so much of faith that definitely this surgeon would do justice, which was not done up to the mark as expected from the patient and the bystanders. So they were pretty disappointed with the doctor and the surgeon. So this upsetted the doctor so much. He took it to heart that this is the ultimate failure. In my 12 years of experience, this complication has never happened. All this is because of you. He started calling all the OT staff and he started lashing and bashing out everyone. Let's see, this is because of you. I couldn't perform the surgery well, and so complication took place. Now patient walked away unhappy. 2 staff members quit their job on that day. They were waiting for that day actually. They were taking all that insults from the surgeon. He used to abuse them also in that anger. They left, and they are 2 most important technicians in that hospital who were working with that surgeon since long. They left. Who would take? Who would tolerate? Everyone has a tolerance level. Now this doctor is under more stress. because obviously two people who were very important staff members left. So now for the next surgery, we don't have proper assistance. Another patient had come. Now he is in the same state, okay, and in the same state, in the same mode, he started interacting with that patient, and that patient asked some few lame questions. Again, that triggered the surgeon, and he started in a little arrogant manner with the patient. The patient didn't like it. They went home. He started posting on social media bad reviews about the hospital and the surgeon. Now this doctor had seen those reviews again. He got stressed more about that. He started thinking, why is this happening to me? Since last few days, nothing is going right. Whatever I do, everything is backfiring. You know, the people are not perfect. They don't listen to what I say. And see, I have to face the trouble. Can you relate to any doctor or surgeon that you have worked with in your entire medical career, but who has this typical behavior? They are so-called perfectionists. And perfectionists are highly likely to suffer from stress and burnout. He is so glued with that perfectionism that he wanted everything in place in the right manner each and every time. Do you think it is possible? We are humans, right? And humans are bound to make mistakes. God forbid, those mistakes should not be life-threatening, definitely. But small negligible mistakes do happen. And these so-called perfectionist doctors, especially surgeons, cannot tolerate any amount of flaw, not from their own behavior or from the people who they work with. They wanted everything to be happening systematically each and every time. That is the biggest problem. And they are definitely bound to get stressed out. And recently a psychiatrist, Gordon Parker, is a renowned psychiatrist in South Wales. So he wrote a quote from his book called Burnout Physicians. You know what is that quote? When a seed of work stress is sowed in the soil of perfectionist doctor, it is bound to sprout the burnout fruit. So my dear doctors, stop trying to be too perfectionists. I know we are all injected with this so-called perfectionism right from our childhood. Everything we do, each and every time, it has to go in certain manner. Like it has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. That doesn't work like that. We fail many times, and it is okay to fail. Others whom we work with, they do make mistakes. It is okay. Give room for some imperfections. In your world of perfectionism, you always have to leave some room for imperfections. This is how the world works. This is how the world functions. If you don't give that space, it is you who is going to suffer. And along with you, the people who you surround with also suffer. You radiate your vibe and people get fired. So please, my dear doctors, instead of seeking to be perfectionist, more focus upon becoming progressive in work. Progression over perfectionism is right for you. So there is a typical difference between trying to be perfect and trying to excel. You focus on excelling, not on trying to focus on being perfect all the time. And perfectionism is a perception. What you think is perfect can be imperfect to someone. What they think that is perfect, that can completely look like imperfect to you. So it is okay to learn with small mistakes. Again, I said, being doctor, we should not give room for life-threatening mistakes. I'm not saying that. But leave some space for negligible mistakes to happen. See, the more this typically happens in residency phase, especially for surgeons. I know, being a surgeon, like when we make a mistake, we are seen like completely inefficient surgeon. Like during first year or second year, we all learn, right? We are not born surgeons. We go through that phase, we go through that training phase, and we learn. We learn through doing some mistakes. But our seniors or professors who guide us should be in such a way that they should say it's okay. So this is how it has to be done. I'll guide you. If you're not confident, it's okay. Ask for help. Don't take too much pressure that you have to perform this procedure 100% well. No. Rather, focus on improving your skill set each and every time you perform so-and-so procedure. That is how the environment, that is how the support system has to be. Unfortunately, we don't have that. You are expected to do a procedure perfectly, even if it is the first time that you're doing. How is it possible, man? We are shamed. We are looked down. I don't think that is in a healthy environment that one doctor gets the training. So, doctors, leave room for imperfection and focus more on progression over perfection, or else it is high likely that you will burn out. I'm not saying that, but even the studies are saying that perfectionism is a trait that can lead to burnout. Most of the doctors who are unable to cope up with stress are perfectionists, especially surgeons. So they always wanted everything to happen in an orderly manner each and every time. With this comes then an exaggerated state of responsibility. They don't know how to delegate things to others. Just because they think that others, if I ask them someone to do this task, they may not do it. So they even take the responsibility of doing that task also, which can be actually done by someone else. They don't allow others to do, because I think they won't do it perfectly. So they do that work also. So they take this exaggerated state of responsibility, which is not good. Only in those states, the lines between the personal life and professional lives become blurred. Because you do everything, and whatever you do has to be perfect. This is not good. The attitude is not good. So when you're a doctor, please take care of your perfectionist trait. Calm down. It's okay. It's okay. Unless and until no grave mistakes happen, it's okay. See, when you encourage someone, like when you're training someone, you give them space to make mistakes. Once you give them that freedom, you'll see that they actually do it well. Rather than you putting them in tensed mode that, see, you have to do like this. You have to do it 100% right without any mistake. So that pressure will make them to do more mistakes. This is common human psychology. So think about it and try to be progressive rather than perfectionist. Thank you so much, and God bless you.